In a forgotten village surrounded by a dense forest, under a partially obscured full moon on a foggy night, there lies a cursed cemetery that swallows anyone who dares to enter, leaving behind tales of terror and dread. Inside an old cafe dimly lit by oil lamps, Omar, Layla, and Majed sit around a worn wooden table. The walls are covered with old photos and shattered mirrors, cigarette smoke drifting in the air, and Feiruz's distant voice is heard in the background. Omar mentions having heard that the cemetery on the hill holds secrets no one dares to uncover. Layla expresses her discomfort, while Majid dismisses the warnings as mere superstitions and insists on discovering the truth, adding that their AI-generated video will be amazing. Although reluctant, Layla agrees not to leave them alone. As they walk down a narrow, dark path surrounded by dead trees whose branches reach out like old hands, the fog thickens, and all natural sounds disappear, leaving only an oppressive silence. Layla whispers that she feels watched, but Omar, attempting to stay composed, suggests it may be just animals. Majid, filming with his camera, notes the perfect atmosphere for their video. Shadowy figures dart between the trees, noticed by Layla out of the corner of her eye. They arrive at the cemetery's rusty iron gate, surrounded by ancient stones covered in moss. Touching the gate, Omar opens it with a loud creak, as if it hadn't been opened in decades. Majid, impressed, wonders if it is welcoming them, while Layla interprets it as a warning. They enter, and the gate slowly closes behind them on its own. Omar is startled, but Majid attributes it to the wind. As they roam among the graves, unintelligible whispers fill the air, shadows move around them, and pale faces appear briefly before vanishing. Layla, sobbing in fear, wants to leave, but the gate remains firmly shut. Majid's camera captures eerie spirits approaching them slowly. The spirits become increasingly aggressive, whispering their names. Layla panics, struggling to understand how they know their names. Trying to break the gate, Omar fails as the ground shakes and red light seeps from cracks. Ghostly hands reach out, chilling them and speeding their heartbeats. Majid collapses, tortured by visions of past victims. Layla desperately tries to help him, while Omar finds a narrow path leading to another section of the cemetery. Omar shouts for them to follow him, emerging into a central courtyard with a large shrine adorned with cryptic symbols. They approach an ancient cracked mirror at its center. Staring into the mirror, they see not their reflections, but scenes of forgotten rituals, sacrifices, and trapped souls. Realizing the cemetery is a portal to another realm, Majid suggests smashing the mirror to break the curse. As they try, spirits become more hostile, dragging them away. Majid bravely decides to distract the spirits, bidding an emotional farewell. While Omar and Layla destroy the mirror with a large stone, a blinding light engulfs the area. The spirits scream and vanish. The ground stabilizes, and the fog lifts. Layla asks if it's over, and Omar affirms, but Majid is nowhere to be found. They find his camera, which shows a recording of Majid's farewell. Leaving the cemetery with heavy hearts, they are greeted by the village elder who acknowledges the high price paid for freeing the spirits. The final scene shows the cemetery plunging back into darkness, now at peace. Returning to the village, they are told by the elder that Majid's spirit will be remembered in peace. The story ends with a warning about the dangers of curiosity as the screen fades to black, leaving the audience in reflective silence.